Hi guys, my name is Izzie Smith. I am the Twin Cities Education Manager, and I'm here today to talk to you about menstruation in the boundary waters. So, menstruating in the boundary waters is one of those things that can feel a little scary, a little intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. My best tip and trick from somebody who's been going to the boundary waters since they were 12 years old and is almost 30 is every time you go to the boundary waters, you figure out and narrow down what works best for you and works best for your body. So what I share today is what works really well for me and my body, but might be different for you and your body. The first thing that I recommend when going into the boundary waters is to just set up a little menstruation kit. I keep mine in a old stuff sack. And in this kit, I keep a whole bunch of different things that we will go through today. The first thing that I keep is a whole bunch of tampons. Now I calculate how many tampons I'm gonna need in the boundary waters by paying attention to my flow the previous month and bringing what I use every day, calculating kind of how many products I use a day based on my heaviest day of flow. And I think that you should do the same because it's always better to have extra than to run out. I also like to bring pads as well, especially for nighttime. So if you're a pad and tampon user, calculate how many you'll need the month prior. That for me is backup. Primarily, I am a menstrual cup user. A menstrual cup is just a small silicone cup like this. It folds in half, you insert it, and it collects your period blood. The latrines in the boundary waters, the only thing you should ever be putting in them is human waste and toilet paper. Period blood counts as human waste. So if you're using a menstrual cup, you pull that out, you empty it into the latrine, and then I'll usually bring my Nalgene and rinse it out a little bit. And handy if things are getting a little messy, which they can on your period, I also bring a little Ziploc bag with some baby wipes in it. These are unscented. Make sure they're unscented, and I can just wipe out the inside of my Diva cup, and then we'll talk about where we put trash in just a second. But I recommend a menstrual cup because it can be in a little bit longer, and then I don't have to pack out the waste from it. Any waste that you do have, whether that's your tampons or your pads or wipes, you want to be sure to pack those out with you. But you don't always want your menstrual products to be in like the communal garbage can where everybody can see your business. So I bring a couple different sandwich size Ziploc bags. I usually keep one of these in my raincoat pocket, one of these in the dry bag that I carry with me during the day, and then another I'll keep inside like the bathroom biff kit that has like the toilet paper, the trowel, the hand sanitizer, things like that. Because I don't want people to see my waist, I bring a little dog bag like this, and I'll put the Ziploc bag inside of it. So that way, after I am done with the tampon and the wipe, I can go ahead and put my waist inside of this, seal it up so that it's scent proof, and then fold it up inside this little doggy bag. Really important at the end of the night that this trash goes into the big communal trash can and is properly stored in bear safe storage, or hung in an appropriately hung bear bag. But you want to make sure if you've been carrying around waste with you during the day to seal it up and put it in the big trash at night. So bring however many little baggies you feel like you might need for that. The other things that I like to bring for just menstruating and health in the boundary waters is I use a little Kula cloth. This is just a little antimicrobial pee rag. You can get these at your local outfitters. They have really nice little snap systems so that when you're done using them, you can just clip them to your outside of your pack and they dry, and you can use them again. And I love having a pee rag in the boundary waters because it's really annoying to have to like squat and pee and need to go get toilet paper, and shake drying can lead to discomfort for me. So the Kula cloth has been a game changer. Further on just vaginal comfort and health for me, is I always bring some yeast infection ointment in case I get a yeast infection in the Boundary Waters. Backcountry is not a place that you want to be getting a yeast infection. And my tried and true is some of this salve from a brand called Momotaro. This is really helpful for like preventing yeast infections, chafing, irritation. If you've been sweating all day, it's natural ingredients, itching, etc. It's a game changer for me. This is like the full container, but I usually pack it into a smaller plastic like travel container because this is glass and heavy and I don't want to bring it into the Boundary Waters. And finally, my last tried and true item is some period underwear. I use period underwear from the brand NYX. I don't wear my period underwear during the day because if I'm getting wet, I don't want to get wet in my period underwear, but I do wear them to sleep at night in the Boundary Waters. These are great. You can rinse them off in the lake and put them on a clothesline to dry, or if you're traveling in a group and you want to be more discreet, you can rinse them and like hang them on the side of your tent. These are great. I have like the heaviest flow ones, and if I were to bleed through my menstrual cup at night or even not wear a menstrual cup, these underwear would catch everything. These are a game changer for me. Another thing when I'm menstruating in the Boundary Waters, I just like to wear darker colored underwear. You know, you never know who you're traveling with, and if you're comfortable menstruating around the people that you're with, great. If you're not and you want to be more discreet about it, darker colored underwear and pants are going to be your friend. And last but not least, my Boundary Waters med kit. She's quite small, but this contains all the medication that I tend to find myself using in the Boundary Waters. So I have some UTI medication in here, also some Advil. I get really, really bad cramps. So when I'm in the Boundary Waters, alternating Advil and Tylenol for my cramps is super important. And last but not least, just remember that anything they can do, you can do bleeding.